Hello, 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 all you wonderful people out there. Um, Thanks for all the information that you've been sending to me. Thank you for the emails and thank you for all the other bits and pieces, even the horrible ones. I can't help it. I'm 72. They say, Michael, you make mistakes. Yes, of course I make mistakes. I do this all on my own. I've got no fancy engineers and a control room and all that stuff going on where I can just sit and read a script because I don't do that. I do make notes because, as I say, as you get older, you forget things. But here I am. Now, okay, I'm being jovial right now, but before we start, this particular video was going to be, or is going to be, about a certain thing, and it's going to be sort of kind of light-heartedly done. But before we go there, due to circumstances that have changed in the world, yesterday when a mosque in Manchester in the UK was attacked by a man named Jihad, a jihadist terror group intent on killing Jews. Basically, that's what they did. They managed to, I mean, two people have died, and there's a few people who are still in hospital in critical condition. They rammed a car into a crowd. They then tried to break into the synagogue, and the rabbi was very, very brave and kept the door closed. But anyway, within 7 minutes, he was eliminated, and thank you very much to the police, the Manchester police, for doing that, because it's just atrocious. I've never understood, ever, what Jewish people have ever done wrong. Never, through the whole of history. They're always the victim of some ridiculous regime that wants to kick them about, wants to blame them. The Nazism and all the other things that went on during the Second World War, the executions and annihilation of the Jewish people. Oh, and since then, so many wars, when they got their own homeland, Israel, they've fought off they've had 10 different attacks to try and destroy them. It's wrong. They do nothing wrong. And worst of all, we have a very peaceful, contributing Jewish communities that live in the UK. And it's a great insult to those people to allow what happened at this synagogue to happen. And our government is useless. I'm going to say no more because I'm going to put myself right in trouble if I start to go deep into this, because I have strong feelings. I stand with the Jewish people. There's not been a genocide. Be quiet. Over 200 people a day are dying in Nigeria. Christians. That's a genocide. Children and women. And also in the Sudan. In Syria, ethnic cleansing of Christians. So shut your mouths. And what's made me, see, I can't help it now. What's made me even more sick is that there was people out on the street cheering and shouting all their ridiculous chants after the death of these people at the synagogue. Now, it has to stop. And the British people have to stand up, because, as they say, a lot of these preachers, that I could give you plenty of examples, but I'm not going to. First Israel, because they are the little enemy, and then the great enemy. You are inviting, in fact, you are paying for your own takeover. You are ridiculous people. Stand up for yourselves. Where is it that people can just walk into your country, take as much benefit, and then hate you? Anyway, stop, because this video is not about that. So, smile back on my face. If you're offended by what I've said, good. Okay, right. So, let's get into my video properly. I'm sorry about that. I can't help it. I don't like injustice at all. And if another person sends me you see, I'm there. Another person sends me an email about what of all the children that are dying. Please, please, please. I don't want any children to die of any place or from anywhere. But it's a war. It's not a genocide. And have you ever known any enemy inform their enemy of where they're going to strike next. No. Israel are doing their best. Okay, please stop. What does Starmer the Harmer, dream about? His vision and achieving his dreams. Now, before we go into that, if you watch my last video, you'll know this already, but I just want to recap on a couple of things to set the scene for this video. From 1986 to 1987, Starmer the Harmer served as editor of the Socialist Alternatives. Now, it's a Trotskyist radical magazine produced by an organisation under the same name, which represented the British section of International Revolutionary Marxist Tendency, the IRMT. It's easy to say that, but not the rest of it. But anyway, he was their editor, and he wrote articles and edited the magazine. Now, the International Revolutionary Marxist Tendency, the IRMT, is still active in over 70 countries around the world. And they are striving to raise the banner under which the awakening of generations of revolutionary workers and youth can assemble to overthrow capitalism. Now think on, because our Prime Minister, your Prime Minister, was very big in this group, and I think these are still his beliefs. Well, they are. He'd rather be in Davos than in the UK. But anyway, in short, they are fighting to build a single global party of world socialist revolutionaries based on the scientific revolutionary communist ideals of Marx, Engels, Lenin, Trotsky, which they vehemently defend those teachings. And also, he's not as good as he thinks. He's not a good boy. Thinks he's never been. He's the lead. What was he? The head of public prosecutions. He got captured in Florence for selling ice cream illegally. He got arrested. Did you know that? Yeah. Anyway, I digress. So let's break into his dream, shall we? Is he dreaming at the moment? Well, first of all, I think he'd like to be able to control you, even in your own home, couldn't he? So let's see if he's sleeping, because we have to break into his dream, okay? Oh, yes. Rockabye dictator. Let's see what he's dreaming about.
Broadcast.
Nobody keeps a diary today, because to do so would be punishable by death.
Oh, would that be wonderful? Mr. Keir Starmer, being able to control you even your own home. I think that time is coming. We've already done it with, the lockdowns for the COVID. It shows it can be done, and he would love to do it. Lock you up whenever he wants to. Have control of you, even when you walk through your own door. You have to make sure you've got no material on you that goes against the great Stasi, the big brother that he is in his dreams. He's the big brother. Yes, big brother Stasi. The Starmer Harmer. Okay, so when you arrive home in the future, you will be monitored. Oh, you will love that. Anyway, moving on. Shall we move on? Is he still dreaming? Because we need to. Uh, how how will the education system be? How would he like it to be under the Stasi Starmer government? Let's have a look, shall we? Is he still dreaming? Because if he isn't asleep, we can't go into his dreams. Oh yes, he's still there.
Up with your hands! You're a traitor. You're a thought criminal. You're a Eurasian spy. I'll shoot you. I'll vaporize you. I'll send you to the uranium mine.
Quieter now, Sabina, quieter. You can't blame us for being excited enough. This is her evening with the spies.
Traitor. Thought criminal.
I thought we could take her there and then go and have a drink.
Why have you got this desk so far away from the telescreen? It ought to be over there.
There's something in what she says, you know. She doesn't miss a thing.
I'll have to report you.
Nonsense, Selina, nonsense. Winston has nothing to hide. Have you, Winston? Oh, you ready then?
Yes, I'm ready.
6748 Smith W. Regulation 6040. Outer party members will always wear identification badges when going in public places. And Smith, don't forget again.
All right, I'm ready.
He would love that one, his Starmer. Eh? And the kids, now you say that's a bit far-fetched, but is it? What's happening in the schools in the UK? I can only speak for the UK. I don't know about the rest of Europe, but in the UK, the children are going to school from very early age, and they're indoctrinated straight away. You know, their wokeness is there. The left wing. You can be a donkey, a camel. You can be whatever you want because you can, but you have to conform to this way of thinking. You have ultra left wing teachers in the education system that adhere to this sort of flaky societal teaching. And children are becoming more empowered to do what they want to do and have power. Giving 16-year-olds a vote, I think, is ridiculous, you know. But this Starmer, that's what he wants. He wants children to grow up and to be informants and conform to this ultra left wing. The Stasi ultra left wing kids, that's what you are seeing there, and that's what he wants. He wants generations to start to adhere to his way of thinking, globalism. But anyway, we can move on. Let's see if he's still snoring away and sleeping, because I want to look at how the police would be enabled to do what they do when Stasi's world comes into being, if it ever does. And it never will in my day. Anyway, who knows? Who knows? So let's see. Is he still there sleeping? Yeah, he's still there. So move on.
That's right. Something coming through.
Here is an important bulletin from the Ministry of Love. Tonight, Big Brother ordered the re-arrest of the arch traitors Jones and Rutherford.
Once a traitor, always a traitor.
Ah, Now, my fantastic thought police can arrest you whenever I want. No charges, just because I said so. Now, that also is not too far-fetched, I don't think, because people, what's happening in Europe and the UK now is that if you say something wrong on the communication system, which is the internet now, and everybody can see, the police come round to your house or find you and they arrest you for it's a non-crime, but they still arrest you because I don't want people to say anything that I believe they shouldn't be saying. Freedom of speech is only free to the extent that I wanted. That's the words of Mr. Starmer in his dreams. Oh dear. What next, you might ask? But again, this, okay, I'm joking about it a little bit, but it is not far from the truth, is it? So let's go back to our Sleeping Beauty, shall we? And how will people feel? How will they react in his world when it's Starmer time, shall we call it? Let's say we have to make sure he's still sleeping, of course. Oh yes, that's good enough. Let's go and see how people have to behave.
You looked at that girl as though you were scared.
I dislike her.
And you know her?
Yes, she works in the Ministry of Truth in the fiction department. They turn out books for the people.
But you've never spoken to her.
No, she watches me.
That needn't bother you. I mean, even if she's a member of the thought police, you've got nothing to worry about.
The Ministry of Truth, eh? She works there. People in Starmer's time, Starmer's time, will be too afraid to even look at another person, fearing that they could be spying on you because everybody's indoctrinated, everybody's afraid. And the truth is, yes, I am the only truth, and you will follow what I say, not what I do. Oh, so, okay, I can't have freebies then. Oh, you can, but he can, but you can't. He'll get his suits and his free tickets and all the other perks, but not you. Only do what I say, not what I do. So people won't live very nicely in his world. He will, but you won't. And also, if we move on, the police force again, I wonder how strong they are, how they deal with people. How will it be? Well, as I do, we have to go back in to see if he's sleeping, because if he's not sleeping, I can't show you inside his head. Here he is. Is he still sleeping? Oh, yes. Sleeping like a baby. So, what happens next?
Who are you? 6748, Smith, W. Where do you work? In the Ministry of Truth. Which department? The Records Department. What is your business in the people's area? I had a headache. I thought if I got a little air. When did you leave work? 1800 hours. It's now 2200. Report tomorrow morning at 800 hours to Thought Administration.
Rule with an iron fist, eh? Oh, yes. The wonderful Stasi police, yes. Loyal Stasi police force will rule with an iron fist. No ifs, no buts, no answer. You have no choice. You can't even walk the streets at night, even if you've got a headache. They want to know where you've been, what you've done, who you've done it with, and where you're going. Stop and search? Stop and search has got nothing on Starmer Stasi's police force. In his brain, of course. Or is it in his brain? I don't know. Maybe that's coming to fruition. He controls the police. He's put these little monkeys in charge. In London, he's got the head of the police, who's in London, is the Sadiq Khan. He's the police commissioner, yes, as well as being the mayor. And believe me, there's a false story there if we can get in his head, which maybe I might do. I don't know yet. But anyway, the police will be basically very horrible, to say the very least. Now, he had to report to control. Well, let's see what he thinks control is all about. Although, we have to check, is he still asleep? Oh yes, he's still there.
Smith W.
You took a rather long walk last night.
Yes.
Did it help your headache?
I don't have one this morning.
Perhaps you've been working too hard.
I don't think so.
You find your job at the records department too exacting.
No.
What do you do, Smith?
I revise history.
That's an unfortunate way of putting it. What you actually do is to rectify speeches and wrongly reported incidents, isn't it?
Yes.
Shows how great the need is for establishing newspeak as the official language as soon as possible. When a new dictionary is issued, there'll be less danger of calling things by their wrong names.
Did you visit any of the shops in the people's area last night?
No.
Did you speak to anyone?
No.
Did you see any other member of the outer party on your walk?
No.
You know the party disapproves of its members mixing with the people?
Yes.
You consider that unreasonable?
No.
6748, you're a member of a privileged class, expected to accept restrictions as well as privileges. I had hoped we might be able to deal with this matter here in your own ministry. But your explanations are inadequate. This report will be forwarded to the Ministry of Love for further action.
I think we can deal with it here. You're warned to pay strict attention to the regulations in the future. You can return to your department.
Everything goes down on record here. You had a headache on this date. Yeah? It's like you can't do anything now. Where you go, what you do, who you associate with, it's all there in Stasi's new world. Anyway, what else do you think? I think they touched on it in the last little clip there, but we need to now look at. He mentioned newspeak and replacing things that don't fit in with his world. So let's go and have a look at what he thinks and how things should be in his future. Are you still sleeping?
6748 Smith W. Reference Big Brother's Order Gazette, November 12, 1983. Since the Eurasian offensive has opened in South India, it is impossible that Big Brother predicted this front would remain quiet. Rewrite entire speech. Show that through our magnificent espionage system, Big Brother had prior knowledge of all the enemy's plans. Backhammer's Gazette, November 12th, 1983.
Signed 6127S. The following men have been found guilty of treason and no longer exist. Conrad Zarlinger, Gordon Prentice, Harold Sherrill. Delete all reference to them from the gazettes of January 2nd, 8th, and 26th.
Oh dear. Now, you say, oh no, that can't happen, that'll never happen, where they change history or change the way of thinking and do away with things that they don't like. Well, actually, you're wrong. I mean, even at a low level, he's been removing paintings in number 10 Downing Street, Starmy, Barmy Starsy, yeah? And in the country, certain statues have been toppled because they had affiliation with certain things and erased and tried to rewrite history. They blame democracy for everything. And it's a Stasi way, my way. I think it's his favourite song. I'll do it my way. And his governments are totally hell-bent on making their history, not your history, believable. So it's not too far-fetched. And I think, in the way that it was being done there, obviously, it's a bit old-fashioned, but hey, the sentiment is there, isn't it? Now, he's not always happy about his dreams. I mean, sometimes his dreams turn into a bit of a nightmare. And Nigel Farage, his nemesis, yeah, him, yeah, he stalks him even in his dreams. Is he still Stevie? Because I think he's going to have a little quick nightmare. Oh yes. Still asleep. Nightmare on the way.
At war with the people of Eurasia, the vile and ruthless aggressors who have committed countless atrocities and who are guilty of every bestial crime a human being can commit. They've waste our land, destroyed our factories, looted our homes, massacred our children, and raped our women. They have tortured and killed the wounded and prisoners, contriving lingering and horrible deaths for those who fall into their hands. While our gallant forces are engaged in a life and death struggle, we face on the home front an enemy who is far more dangerous, one of our own people.
We will teach Starmer a lesson next May that British political history will never forget. I am now, as a result of this week and the abuse that has been heaped upon our supporters and our voters, more determined than ever. Don't underestimate that.
Who retards our progress and sells our military secrets to the enemy!
Hang the criminal.
He is trying to tell you that Big Brother has betrayed you into fighting a war against Eurasia that you can never hope to win!
Sorry, I can't go back to him snoring away because he's just woke up in a cold sweat after his little nightmare that he just had, where Mr. Nigel Farage, who I think is a brilliant man, interrupted his wonderful dream of how life should be under his Stasi regime. Never mind, what can I say? He's still got one staunch ally, of course. Never mind, comrade, never mind. Comrades, Ed Siliband is still saving energy for you. And so, don't worry. Silly Eddie is on the job.
It is now 22:30 hours. Power must be conserved for our victory effort. All lights will be extinguished.
Good night, comrades. Tomorrow your work for the party must be better than today's. Remember, Even in your sleep, Big Brother is watching you. Big Brother is watching you.
Big Brother is watching you. Now, okay, tongue in cheek, but you know, things are not too far away from that right now. Not too far away from what's happening right now in the UK, and it's getting worse. You know, you go to prison for hurting words and that sort of thing. And I don't know. I think it's time that this government, they can do nothing right. They're leading the country into massive debt. They're not making friends, they're making enemies. They're divisive over all the social classes and the ethnics and communities and such like. It's division, division, division. And okay, divide and rule is probably what he's thinking. But seriously, folks, you know, this man and this government, if it goes the full term, forget there'll be no such place as England, Great Britain, or UK. So keep flying the flag and try your best as you can, however you can, vote with your whatever you do to get rid of this stupid government and up the rebellion of Nigel Farage. I think that's brilliant, don't you? Okay, so that's it for now. That's all I'm going to do today. I wanted to say more about, I mean, I really shouldn't get involved in this thing that's gone on in Manchester. Did I say mosque before? If I did, I'm sorry. I mean synagogue. And obviously the deaths of these two people and the injuries of the others. But it's more serious than that. It's a kind of jihadist attack. It is, you know, a terror attack on UK soil yet again by the usual, I'm sorry to have to say this, by the usual perpetrators. So, listen folks, if you've enjoyed this video or if you haven't, whatever, please do forward it. Please send it to your friends. You can watch it in various places. You can watch it on the website, which is www.bestbeforetv.com. That's actually showing different TV programs all day long. And then there's a page called the Old Git page. Go to the Old Git page and all the videos are there. Or you'll probably be able to see it on YouTube, yes, under, I don't know what's under there, but it's on there. And of course, Rumble, which I believe in because they believe in free speech. Big up Rumble. Go to Rumble. You can contact me through bestbeforetv@gmail.com or send it or do it through X, which is at bestbefore-t, and I'll be happy to respond. I do respond to, well, 99% of what I get sent, and all I've got to say to you right now is stay safe, have a great day. It's not a great day today, it's a very sad day, but, you know, do the best you can. And if you see a Jewish person in the street today, say sorry and tell him you're with him or her. Don't be afraid, because we are with you. All right? Good. Right. So it's time to go. So I'll see you soon. Until the next time, stay safe.